Hello, families. Welcome to Faith Stories, a special channel where we will learn about our Catholic faith in a fun and exciting way. I will be with you on every adventure, telling you wonderful stories about Jesus, the Virgin Mary, and all the saints. Today I'm going to tell you a very special story about a boy named Peter who learned an important lesson about faith. Listen carefully because this story has many surprises. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Peter who lived near a beautiful river. Peter was very cheerful and curious. He liked to play with his friends and help his parents. But there was something that worried him. He did not understand why his parents and grandparents went to church every Sunday. One day, Peter asked his mother, "Why do we have to go to church?" She smiled at him and said, "We go to be close to Jesus and thank Him. There we learn to be good and love others." Peter thought about his mother's words. He knew that Jesus was the Son of God, but he didn't understand why it was important to go to church. So he decided to ask his grandfather, the wisest man in town. Peter's grandfather called him and said, "Come, Peter, I have something important to tell you." Peter sat down beside him and listened attentively. "Look, Peter, faith is like a big tree. Its roots are the teachings of Jesus and the church, which help us grow as good people. The trunk is our trust in God, which gives us strength to face life. And the branches are the good works we do, like helping others and being grateful to God." Peter understood that faith was important, but he still had a doubt. Why do we have to go to church? The grandfather smiled and said, "The church is a big family where we all gather to celebrate our faith. There we listen to the teachings of Jesus, receive His love through the sacraments, and we strengthen one another. The church is where our faith grows." Peter then understood the importance of going to church and felt happy. From that day on, he went to Mass every Sunday with a smile, knowing that there he was close to Jesus and his great family, the church. But one Sunday, when Peter arrived at the church, he saw that everything was closed and there was no one there. He felt sad and confused. What happened? Why is there no one there? He asked himself. Then he remembered his grandfather's words about faith. Faith grows in our hearts. Its roots are the teachings of Jesus and the church, which help us grow as good people. Peter understood that faith does not depend only on going to church, but on having it in our hearts every day. So he sat down on a park bench and began to pray. He thanked Jesus for his love and asked him to help him be a good boy. As the days went by, Peter realized that his faith had grown much stronger. He no longer just went to church on Sundays, but lived his faith every day, helping others and praying for them. One day, Peter told his grandfather everything he had learned about faith. His grandfather hugged him and said, "I'm proud of you, Peter. You've understood that faith is living as Jesus taught us, loving God and others." From then on, Pedro became an example for all the children in the village. He was always willing to help others and share his faith with those around him. And every time he went to church, he felt his faith growing more and more, like a big tree that gives shade to everyone. Children, I hope you enjoyed this story about Peter and his learning of faith. Remember that faith is a wonderful gift that God gives us, and that we must cultivate it every day in our hearts. Just as Peter learned to pray, help others, and be grateful to God, you too can do the same. Jesus and the Virgin Mary are always with us, caring for us and protecting us. They love us with an infinite love and want us to be happy. Remember that faith is like a big, leafy tree that grows in our hearts. Its roots are the teachings of Jesus and the church, which help us grow as good and just people. The trunk is our trust in God, which gives us strength and courage to face life's challenges. And the branches are the good works we do, such as helping others, forgiving those who have hurt us, and being grateful to God for all that He gives us. So, children, I invite you to subscribe to our channel Stories of Faith so that you can see more exciting stories like this one. Give the video a like and share it with your friends and classmates so that they too can learn and grow in faith.